Ever pondered on this? If given a choice, does it always mean there's a right decision to be made? Welcome to a journey into the philosophy of choices and decision-making. Consider the tale of Arjuna from the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he found himself torn between two choices, both of which seemed wrong. On one side stood his family, his gurus and elders, all of whom he loved and respected. On the other side was his duty as a warrior, which demanded he fight against them. Neither choice seemed right. If he chose to fight, he would be responsible for the death of his kin. If he chose not to fight, he would be shirking his duty, a grave sin for a warrior. No matter what he chose, guilt and regret would follow. Here, the concept of right choice becomes hazy. If you're thinking surely there must be a right choice in every situation, perhaps it's time to reevaluate. Life isn't always black and white, and choices aren't always right or wrong. Arjuna's predicament reminds us that the world we live in isn't binary. It's a spectrum of grays, and sometimes the choices we make reflect this complexity. It's not about selecting the right option, but about making a decision that aligns with our values, our circumstances, and our understanding of the situation. But how do we navigate such predicaments? Well, it requires courage, introspection, and wisdom. Courage to face the consequences of our choices, introspection to understand our values and principles, and wisdom to see the bigger picture beyond the immediate circumstances. It's also important to remember that making a choice doesn't end with the decision. It's a process that extends beyond the moment of choice, requiring us to take responsibility for the consequences, learn from the experience, and grow as individuals. In Arjuna's case, he chose to fight, guided by his duty as a warrior. It was a decision that led to a great war, resulting in much loss and devastation. But it was a choice he made after deep introspection, guided by his values and principles. Was it the right choice? Perhaps not, but it was a choice he could live with, a choice he took responsibility for. And that's what mattered. The tale of Arjuna serves as a reminder that choices aren't always about right and wrong. They're about alignment with our values, understanding our circumstances, and taking responsibility for the consequences. So the next time you find yourself grappling with a tough decision, remember Arjuna. Remember that not all choices are right or wrong. They're simply choices, each with their own set of consequences and lessons. To sum up, life isn't a series of right or wrong choices, but a journey of decisions that shape us into who we are. It's about making choices that we can live with, choices that allow us to grow and learn. So don't be disheartened if you can't find the right choice. Sometimes it doesn't exist. And that's perfectly okay. What's important is that you make a choice, take responsibility for it, and learn from it. After all, that's what life is about. Remember, just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them has to be right. But it does mean that any choice you make will shape you, for better or worse. And that is the essence of life. Thank you for joining this philosophical journey into the realm of choices and decision-making. Until next time, continue to ponder, continue to grow.